Hi, everybody. It is your connection to spirit with my lovely co host. Oh, first I'd say I'm Terry Suzuki of Kiru Spiritual Journeys, and I am hosting today. My co hosts are Wisdom Seeker Joan and Sun Psychic Jean.
Hi, everybody.
Well, how are you doing, ladies?
I'm doing great. I've had a fun a week or so. I was hiking on the north shore of Lake Superior with my brother who came to visit, and that was really fun. And then I came back, and on Saturday, I went to my 50th class reunion.
Wow.
So now everybody knows how old I am. But yeah, and I saw my very favorite teacher from high school, and he looks just the same. So that was really fun.
Well, wow.
Well, not just the same, but pretty close.
Yeah, good. How about you, Jean?
That is so exciting, Joan. So exciting. Oh my gosh. And was it in your town? How far did you have to travel?
It's about an hour away, so it was easy. And I got
That's
a
amazing.
new dress for it and shoes. And when I bought the shoes, I told the guy, "Well, it's for my 50th class reunion." And he looked at me. He was a young man, and he said, "There's a lot of people your age who wouldn't be able to wear high heels anymore." He looked at me like I was really ancient. So that was fun. But I walked just fine in those high heels.
Wow.
Great.
Eh,
Yeah, I have a fear of high heels. Yeah.
I didn't
Now.
walk very long, but I walked just fine. So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
How did you been
It,
up to, Jean?
uh, nothing as exciting as you, Joan. That's amazing. And I love that you went on that hiking with your brother. And how far of a hike? How many miles was it?
Well, I'm not sure how many miles. We probably did 4 to 6 miles a day. We were up there for 4 days. And my goal, because I July 28th, I had hip replacement surgery, and all through the recovery, I was thinking about this one hike where you go down to the bottom of a waterfall, and they have a staircase, 200 steps. And I thought, I need to be able to go up and down those 200 steps. And so when I did that, it was like, yes, I'm back. So that was my goal in recovery. So it was really fun.
That is so rewarding, so beautiful and exciting. And you got to commune with nature. Did you talk to any spirits while you were out there?
Um, yeah, in the mornings when I was on my own, because I wake up really early, it was really fun to talk to the trees and there was a full moon and well, it looked full at least, I'm not sure. So it was really lovely and it was fun. I've done this trip a lot. My husband's ashes are at different places on different hikes and I like and so it was fun to have somebody else to kind of share that with. So that was cool.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
That's amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
let's say hi to a few people here because people are here and they're putting their questions in, and I'm starring them as they're putting them in. Um, Hi, Lottie B. We're happy to see you here. And Tulip Lilac, glad to see you back. Lisa, P73, CJ, just visiting. Thank you so much. And Amy, Warrior Princess. And I am Lulu. I'm glad to see you here. Who else? We have Flower Girl. We have Heavenly Blessed Honey. Samantha, Doug Serby. Let's see, who else? Craig Dixon. Hi, Craig. Nice to see you back. Bora Bora 333. Thank you so much. Thank you also for being our moderator. That's very, we're very appreciative of that. Um, let's see.
Yeah.
Well,
I was watching another content creator and they're like, oh no, I don't see any moderators. And they said, we're gonna have to make all the guys moderators next time. So it just depends on who's here and who's not if you have moderators. But it's
yeah,
always lovely to see all of the moderators extraordinaire. And we
yeah.
love the support and the assist for
Mhm.
sure.
Yes, and moderators always help us with Sometimes they put up our where you can get private readings from us. Sometimes they take out trolls and other people. So sometimes they are the law in the chat, and sometimes they're just having a good time. So
They love the troll slaying. They certainly love the troll slaying, and they're the best at it. And yeah, so I just want to let everybody know, if you haven't seen, I did a show earlier this morning with Susan Gates, and she's a travel astrologer, and she does astrocartography. And she told us all about her, but she's also a hypnotist, and she reads Akashic records, and she bases it on your soul, and follows this, because she feels like when we get to know ourselves through our astrological birth chart, and it tells us a little bit more about ourselves, we step into our authenticity, and all of these things she does to encourage and to enhance our lives. It's really fascinating. And she did a brief little demonstration this morning, and but I really enjoyed having her on. I had met her at one of my psychic fairs, and she was so gracious. She helped me out, and she was right next door to me, and she was just so sweet, so nice. And I said, I have to have you on. And then I had another show with Kelly from Cali Healer a little bit earlier today, and we talked all about crystals, and I have them all around me, so I'm really buzzing.
yeah, well,
Right.
Just Visiting caught that show that you were talking about. So,
Thank you, Just Visiting.
Yeah, I have to catch that on the flip
yeah,
flop.
I will go back and check it out for sure.
I
She
do
did
like
good. Oh, go
to
ahead.
point out that we didn't talk about all wearing black today, but we must have been in tune.
Oh, there we go.
It's
Yeah,
nice when you don't have to waste your time with those types of things.
yeah.
We just show up in the right color.
We all channeled each other in our closet. There we go.
I do that
I,
with Ginny all the time. Hmm.
Mhm. When I used to go to work and go to a building with people, I would find that would often happen. We'd all be walking towards the kitchen or the break room or something and realize we all channeled each other and are wearing the same color.
It's true. That happens.
Yeah.
Well, you're familiar with the leopard print tops, right? They're the animal print, the leopard print,
Right.
the warm browns and golden color. Well, I have a leopard print top that I wear when I go out to dinner with my husband. It's a little dressier, and we were there standing at the hostess station waiting to be seated, and two other couples walked in. They didn't know each other, and each woman had the same leopard print shirt on, and we were like, are we in a twilight zone? It was so eerie. I was like, and they all looked. I said, are you guys together? And they're like, no. It was so eerie. I'll never ever forget it. Talk about wearing the same thing. That was really out of this world.
And that's, that not everybody has one of those colors. So,
I know.
That's great.
okay. Well, are you ready, ladies? Let's
I
get
am.
Indeed.
people here so that we can kind of get going here. So what we're going to do, we choose these at random, kind of led by spirit. And what we try to do is call your name ahead so that you can put in the chat, I'm here, because we're going to need your help sometimes, or some confirmation of things we're getting. So right now, the lineup is going to be Lottie B, I am Lulu, and then Amy Warrior Princess. So Lottie B, Lulu, Amy Warrior Princess. Okay.
We have a
So,
VIP in the chat. The Crone Zone
Oh,
is here. Hello,
yay.
Crone Zone. Thanks
oh my
for
gosh.
coming.
Part of the
Lottie's
Crone
here.
Zone, everybody already knows this. Part of the Crone Zone came to visit my house about a week ago. And oh my gosh, I had such a good time. Such a good time. Okay.
Magical ladies for sure.
Yes.
Lottie and Amy are here.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. So let's go with Lottie now. Here's what Lottie would like to know. And this is kind of a long one. It might not all appear on the screen, but Lottie B says that she's looking after her elderly father, soon who has worsening dementia symptoms, and I'm anxious about how he and I will cope being out of his normal environment. Any advice from Spirit? Okay. This is a lovely question.
Okay. So I'm taking it he's moved into a care or a different environment, but not into your home, is what I'm assuming, Lottie B. But in any event, it's a different environment. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like that to me too, Joan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that he'll be fine. I think that you might need to, you'll have a little bit of time for adjustment. You know, the connection, I happen to live far from my mom and I call her every day. And she is getting older. And I always say to myself, I'm going to be able to talk to her every day, even after she's gone, because I keep that connection. It's a meeting of the minds. And I always say, I just want to hear your voice and say hello and say goodnight. And, even if we don't have a lot of time to talk, I still call her each and every day. And it's that connection. It's that soul connection that, because you are father and daughter, that will never be broken. And I know that you're used to having him close and in a controlled space where you can interact, but you'll find that you'll adjust differently and be able to enjoy the time that you have together just a little bit more. It's a little more precious. You'll have a little more one-on-one focus with each other.
And I'm getting that there is going to be a little bit of getting used to it, but you can empathize with him and say, yeah, this is really hard, rather than, well, this is just the best situation we could do, or apologize and just say, yeah, I know. Getting used to something new is a challenge. And then remind him of times when he changed locations before. Did he go to college and live in a dorm? Did he go to the service and uprooted from everything he knew? And he obviously married your mother, and that was a new situation too. And it might, each of these things in the past remind him how it might have been awkward at first, but look how well it all turned out, or those types of things. And then, of course, just kind of as Jean was saying, talk to him, talk to his spirit, at times, even if it might be difficult communicating with him directly, just kind of say soothing things and saying, I know this is the situation. I'm sure you would prefer it to be otherwise, but I know that we can work together to smooth out any bumps, and I trust you to let me know when there are things that are important for me to do and which things we can just kind of smooth over. Just develop that relationship with his soul. And bless you for doing this. That's a hard thing to do.
I'm actually ready, ladies, but I'm going to turn my...
Oh, and I forgot to, the card that I got that was relevant was the Fool. It's starting a new journey, starting kind of a whole new cycle. The first card in the tarot deck. Yeah.
Well, Lottie, I go through your spirit to kind of find out more about his spirit. And one thing I found really interesting is I was able then to kind of blend with your energy and see your spirit team on my stage and his spirit. Then I called upon his spirit team and they came right away. So it almost appeared to me, the way that I saw them, that they're kind of working together, that in some ways, maybe he's not so much the pilot of his team right now. And so they're kind of blending with your team a little bit. So I think it is really important to maybe think about the spiritual connection between you and him. that even though there's going to be eventually times where you're not going to be able to talk to him like your dad anymore, that you can talk to his spirit, that's that soul family spirit of his. And right from there, I just started asking them questions. Is he in a safe space? And they said yes. Does he have competent carers that can really help him through some of these times? And they said yes. And I said, is there anything Lottie B can do also that can help him through some of these things to bridge some of these gaps? Because I also saw, just like both Jean and Joan saw, that there was going to be a time of adjustment for him and for you. Both of you are going to have times of adjustment in this. But it seems like he has skilled carers who can reroute him. You know, it's skilled carers shouldn't say, "Oh, you already saw that person that day," or yada yada. What they do is they just redirect, you know. And so one of the things that they told me that you can do to help redirect or to keep the communication going when that it seems nearly impossible is to bring with you some of the favorite things that he like. If he loved playing cards, bring some cards, play some cards with them, or chess or checkers or something. Or maybe he was a knitter or something. You know, bring something that you can do with your hands, so it's a kinetic thing, and then you can talk as well, and maybe that will work well. But I do think that he's going to be fine. I think you're going to be fine. I think it is, you know, different. Do you have more, Jean?
No, I was just saying yes to Anna.
And this is a challenging task, but it's a holy one too. It's and you'll learn so much from it. Yeah.
Yeah, really, it is. It's an amazing thing. But your heart, your spirit can still talk to him. Well, thank
She
you.
says, thank you. I appreciate that. Needed the reassurance.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go on to I Am Lulu. So Lulu would love to hear from mom, dad, or brother if possible. So Lulu, I'm sorry that I didn't see that you didn't put a name in there. So
She has it here. Mom Peggy, Dad Terry, Brother David.
thank
So,
you. I Am Lulu.
Should we each pick one?
yes.
Okay. Who's picking who?
I'm in the middle, so I'll do Dad Terry.
I'll do Brother David.
I'll do Mom Peggy.
Okay.
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 So when I see your brother David, he is with your parents. They're all together. And he is very proud of you and wants you to know that he is whole and healthy and not to worry. He wants you to know that he's thrilled that you are engaging in the awareness of where they are and what they're doing and their progress. And he's really happy that you have some console or consolation or I don't know what the word is that he's trying to use, but that you're able to find peace through these messages and through the knowing, just your knowing where they are, what they're doing, and that they are aware of you reaching out for them. It is a reassurance for you of who you are and what you what is possible.
When
And
I oh, excuse me, I'm sorry,
he's
Jean.
just showing me a groove in a rock. I'm not sure if there was like a carved rock in his name, but it almost has like a rainbow on it, but it's in a rock and it looks like it's like chiseled or carved. So let me know if there's like anything like that for David. How about go ahead, Joan?
Yes, excuse me for interrupting. When I tuned in to Terry, I saw his hands in like leather gloves. They were sort of like work gloves almost, but they were like hide, like deer hide gloves or something. And then I saw him getting up on a horse. So I don't know if that's literal or if he liked to ride horses and wore work gloves, or if that's like uh, symbolic of the kind of guy he was, sort of like um, get on your horse and ride. Let's do this. But then it moved into there also the gloves are like he wants to handle you with kid gloves. He wants to be, the idea of protection and also care. So he's looking after you from over there, kind of like trying to handle you with kid gloves or being loving and gentle to you while doing his work there. And then he was also giving me, I think they're like you're starting an I get the idea that you may be starting a new venture because when I drew cards, I got the Ace of Wands. So something of the earth, new things happening, a new beginning there. I got the Robin, new growth, new beginnings, new growth on the horizon. And then I got the Archangel Michael, step into empowerment. And is he wearing gloves? No, he's not. But that's him like on these new ventures that you're going into. He's going to be there along with Archangel Michael protecting you. Oh, you rode horses together. Okay.
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
Look at this, team. So he's drawing attention to that. The crystals and the rainbows. Wow. Okay. Um, are you done, Joan?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I am Lulu. Well, I have your mom, Peggy. And Peggy came in, but she gave me a few competing things. Then, like I had to like kind of keep double checking. So one of the first things is do you know the actress Maureen O'Hara? She came in looking a little bit with the one movie of her where she kind of had pretty fiery red hair, like Maureen O'Hara, and I couldn't decide if she's telling me I was glamorous, that she was glamorous, or that she was a fiery person, or I couldn't quite get that. So I'm throwing that out there in case that makes sense to you. That's how she first showed me herself. And then she started to move on and kind of aged a bit, which is interesting. They don't often do that. And she kind of then kind of aged a bit and she said, "My darling." Oh, so mom did dye her hair fiery red once. Okay. But she said, "My darling." And she's got this little buffet in front of her and she's nibbling on all these little foods and stuff, and she goes, "My darling, it's the most wonderful buffet of knowledge here that probably she doesn't really have to eat there, but she's nibbling on all the little knowledges and all the little things she can know and do." And I also don't wonder if this new thing that's coming to you has something to do with food or something, because she's definitely this little thing looking very much like a foodie, even though she's not necessarily nibbling on just food. And she's looking over and she says, "You just won't believe how absolutely wonderful it is." And she says, "How satisfying and how fulfilling." What else do you want to tell her, Peggy? She said, "I hope life is a big banquet and buffet for you, that you get to choose from many, many things in your life and just have fun." Okay, that's what I got.
I like that, Terry.
So cool. Lulu, I'm going to push it. Were any of the horses that you rode with your dad pintos? I saw a black and white pinto, but that might have been the pony that I grew up with rather than yours. Just put it in the chat if that's true. Thanks.
Wow. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. Next is Amy Warrior Princess. Thank you, I am Lulu, for your question. So, Amy Warrior Princess, please, may I have a message from my Viking ancestors? Okay. We get to hang out with some Vikings today.
So I'm getting something right away for you, Amy. They want to let you know that you bring that that you bring out the best in the family. That you are conscientious and compassionate, and always striving and learning. They say that they fought hard and struggled and did their part in order to get for you to be incarnated here. And I do feel as though they're just saying that you are the best of the bunch, that, you bringing out this soft side, this compassionate side, this giving side, this, supportive side of yourself. Like, this is another way of not fighting, but, of soldiering on, is what they're saying. And, but you do it in such a graceful manner. They say that, that you, that you make you make them proud, because it makes everything that they went through worthwhile, to see who you can be, and why you can be who you truly are in your authentic self. They're just really celebrating you and recognizing you for all of your efforts.
I was getting those Viking warriors telling you, go ahead, explore, follow your vision, even when other people think that it's not right, or it doesn't follow convention. Go for it. That they were brave people. They sailed against, across the oceans, and pillaged all the way. It's like, maybe hold back on the pillaging part, but I think their message is you don't have to conform to convention. If you want, they're encouraging you to think outside the box more than pillaging. But if you have to pillage,
What card do you have there?
that is the Seven of Swords, where he's taking away the swords. It's like he's gonna go for what he wants no matter what, even though there's rules against it. And I don't encourage you to do that, but think outside the box, use that wiliness and that strength that you have. The nuthatch says, look at things from a new perspective. So don't be confined by convention. The nuthatch can go up the tree this way or this way. They're very versatile, and so are you. And and also, when I was first reading, we weren't all barbarians. Look at our artwork. That they're off gathering, whatever they want, and are just masters of the sea. And but they made beautiful artwork too. Those Viking ships with the prows and the dragon boat, carvings, and some of the ironwork, and it's just gorgeous. And so that sensitivity to beauty and artwork it was an expression of their daily life too. And see if you can incorporate some of that. But I love the last card was open your heart, but I just love that they are there for you, and they're their own wild selves, but saying, in your journey through life, lead with your heart, not with a sword. Okay, there we go.
Oh, a lovely message.
But if you have to get the
Beautiful.
swords, you know you can do it too.
You know where to find them if you need
Yep.
them. Well, I also, ladies, that was great readings. I feel like we're really getting this same bunch, this because they are a boisterous bunch of Vikings, and they have said it all, done it all, performed it all. You know, they've lived, laughed, struggled, played, killed, done everything, and they say, "You come from tough stock. You come from tough stock, and you can call upon our energy as needed." But they said, "You are the best of us because we've done a lot of really, I mean, they're owning up to some awful things, but you don't have to. You don't have to. We've already done it all. You're now um, the generation who gets to take all those things and bring it forth into the light. Bring it forth into the light and use it for good and start going on. But just know that you have our support. You have that toughness that you can draw on at any time as well." That's what I got. And they're fun. I mean, as I'm watching them, they're drinking and stuff. So, okay, Amy, thank you so much for letting us read your Viking ancestors. They are fun. Okay, so let's see. Um,
I like what Leah said. A barbarian is what you call someone you can't conquer.
oh, let's see. I'm going to go the next three. So, say you're here, Heavenly Blessed Honey, Samantha, and Mary. Okay, so Heavenly Blessed Honey, Samantha, Mary, if you wouldn't mind saying I'm here or something in the chat, because that well, Heavenly Blessed Honey, we see you're here right away. So you're here, we can go. Okay. Um, okay, here is her question. May I get a message from my father, Salvatore? Please and thank you. Okay.
Did he work on cars? I see him under a vehicle. Um, he's a not necessarily a tinkerer, but he was mechanically inclined, and he's just letting me know that um, that he has fond memories of the good old days. He's also showing me himself smoking a cigar, but it's one of those not skinny ones, but not the fat ones. It's like a medium size cigar, and he's showing me himself enjoying relaxing on a Sunday afternoon and watching sports on TV. And he just wants you to know to enjoy life, to enjoy the all of the um, experiences that you have. That each person's life is individual and is not necessary for comparison. The only thing we're here to do is to experience, and the more that you can open up and experience, the more enriching your life will turn out to be. He says, I have fond memories and I had um, beautiful experiences. And to the degree that his experiences were different from yours does not uh, hold any value. It's just different. You know what I mean? Like he's saying his is no better or worse, and yours is no better or worse. And he's saying not to compare your experience with anybody else's. That's what I have.
Beautiful. Um, when I tuned in, the first thing was my heart lit up, and he pretty much said, "You're my heart, and I'm looking after you." And I think he likes to talk to you in your dreams. I don't know if he really appears or if you remember them, but he's saying that's kind of a meeting place for you. So if there's, like, I never remember my dreams, but if you do, before you go to bed, or if you have a question for him, it's like, oh, I wish my dad were here. Just ask him before you go to bed and see if you might like have a dream and remember him objectively, or you might wake up the next morning and your question is answered. You kind of have a feeling about it. So in both of those ways, that's him. And when I drew cards, I wonder if he was a craftsman of some sort, like a really skilled at whatever his craft was, his business, whether it was working on cars or wood carving or whatever. I get the idea that he was really good at what he did and was appreciated by these people who are buying the craftsman's wares. And again, we're having a reference to the heart, the ostrich. The choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. Don't put your head in the sand. Follow your heart. Follow what you really love. And then he's also I got the Archangel Zadkiel, who says, strengthen your boundaries. So I think this is Dad kind of coming through and trying to protect you of, like, don't just let anybody into your life. Kind of check in with him and check in with your heart if there is someone that you're not sure about, or a friend that's being duplicitous, or I don't know what. But don't be afraid to just say to someone, no, that doesn't feel good to me. I'm not going to do that, or no, thank you, or whatever. But just he wants you to be a little particular about the people you hang out with and the things you do. Yeah. How about you, Terry? What did you get?
I'm just like, wow, it's all about the heart this time, isn't it? So as I was kind of getting into it, getting the spirit, and when I got him talking to me, I can't tell if this is maybe how he passed away, but his heart hurt. He told me heartbreak. He somehow in life, either he passed away of a heart attack or he had great heartbreak during his life. Something just broke his heart. And he's wanting to let you know that whatever this was that broke his heart, that just absolutely made him forlorn, that it is healing, that he's already healed in heaven, that this is something that he is overcoming, that he's been healed. But I think it also means that he wants you to be careful of your heart, just like the others have said. I'm going to read your thing real quick. He might have. He also makeup artist. Wow. Anyway, let's go back. So Salvatore, what else do you have to say to Heavenly God's timing? Don't play it safe. Even though I got my heart broken, don't play it safe. You have to live and love. You have to take some chances. Just know that we're here guiding you and helping you. Just know that you can always call upon your whole team. And he says, I'm kind of part of your team. So he's talking about your spiritual team very broadly. It's not like he's a spirit guide, but he's talking about the people that care and watch over you. Just know that we can help you. And it's all right to just send out a little quick prayer and ask for a little help. We'd be happy. He said, I'd be lucky to help you. I'd be lucky. Because I was going to say he'd be happy. And he said, oh, no, lucky, lucky. I'd be lucky. So there you go. That's what
She
She
said,
said,
go ahead.
oh, the heartbreak. He did have a heartbreak that the kids weren't allowed to see him, barely see him. I don't know
oh,
if your mom and dad were separated or why that was, but that's his heartbreak, Terry.
uh, he showed it to me that it was very big, very deep. I mean, you would think heartbreak was just a little bit, but it looked like it cracked his heart or soul really, really wide. So there you go. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Heavenly Blessed Honey, for letting us answer your question. And I saw Samantha is here.
Her brother let her know that he kept her kindergarten picture in his dresser until he passed. Aw,
Oh,
Wow.
Sonia, that must be so hard.
yeah. That is amazing. Okay, Samantha, you are up next, and I saw you were here. Samantha would appreciate a message from her angel team for guidance. Okay.
They want you to trust your intuition that this is the way that they talk and guide us. Um, and they say that you already do talk to them and hear them and trust them, but there's a degree or a level or the amount of like I always say, when you have doubt, it blocks them, but when you have awareness and openness, it allows them to come in. And they just want you to be open and aware and to thank them, even if you're not sure it was them when you got all the green lights. Just say thank you, angels. You don't know, there's no proof, but you can't. There is no proof in the spiritual world, but they just want you to give them the benefit of the doubt. And they say that you do listen to them. You do have really good instincts and intuition, and to just be open and allow for, they'll to be in the flow of things. They'll show you the way. That's what I have.
Cool. That kind of dovetails with what I got, but I got it in a weirder way. And that is, I saw Tinkerbell. Remember Tinkerbell from the Walt Disney Wonderful World of Color? And she'd touch on each area and it would turn into color, and it was just beautiful. So even in this very serious time in our world where things seem kind of not all that colorful, know that everything is possible, and and just kind of try to keep the positive attitude. And then Tinkerbell turned into a surfboard rider, so it's like keep focusing on the positive and go for it. Dream your dreams and make them come true. Because Tinkerbell was like really, really rocking it on the surfboard on a big wave, and yeah, they're encouraging you, be responsible and safe and all of that, but don't let outside circumstances keep you from trying new things or for really going for it, because this is an important ride. So have fun with it. And I got the hawk. Important messages are being communicated to you, and it's also about the vision. What do I want to do from here on in? How can I have the most fun and make the most impact, or whatever your goals are? And then I got the Archangel of Hope, who said, expect the best. And especially in tumultuous times, I think that's a good message for all of us. But that's what I got for you.
Wonderful. Well, Samantha, I got a big block of dark chocolate covered toffee for you. They put a big block of toffee on the stage. And I'm like, what does this mean? Did Toffee, and they basically what they're saying is that a lot of different things here. You should treat yourself once in a while. They're saying nothing is being denied to you. Nothing is denied. They said if you want to eat this whole block of toffee and just do it like one of those Sesame Street characters that goes, you can. You are still going to have to brush your teeth, drink a lot of water, do a lot of things to take care of yourself after that. And then they also said you can also just eat a little bit at a time and take your time with it. You're still going to have to brush your teeth. You're going to have to drink a little bit more water, maybe a little milk too. And you're going to have to, take care. But they're saying nothing is denied. Do it as fast or as slow as you want as you progress. But I also think that whatever this guidance of this thing coming up, I would say choose to take care of or go down the path of sweetness. So choose the thing you like better. Because they're showing me this toffee. It's kind of like, one of those little Heath toffee bars, but a big one, big, big one. And so, yeah, take your time. You can have it all. You can have just a little. You can make it take time. Just go ahead and move forward in that area. Okay,
Can I throw in on that?
sure.
When you said toffee, toffee is like butter and sugar, and you heat them up and they turn into something completely different. It's like a chemical reaction or something. So take these two sweet things in your life and you're going to make something even better, even, very special and new. And yeah, I don't know. There's something about that feels like she's going to create, maybe two things that you like, and you're going to create something new and extraordinary.
Oh,
I
I'm
love
looking
that.
at me. She's doubling down on this, snacking on her Mike and Ike there.
Oh, great. Good.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you so much for letting us answer your question. We're going to go to Mary. And I saw, Mary, that you're here. You said hi a little while back. Mary would like a message from her nephew, Brian, please. Nephew, Brian.
Right away, he's showing me that he's fine, he's well, he's at peace. He's he looks healthy and strong. So he just wants to let you know. There's also a bulldog, a white and black, and mostly white with the little black spots bulldog. And it looks like I don't know if they're the French bulldog, but it looks like a bulldog coming through with him. I feel like he was a dog lover and he finally has a dog. Um, but he's like running and jumping and riding bikes. He wants to let you know that I feel like he's like whole and healthy is what he wants to tell you. Um, I he's showing me a pair of scissors and he's saying that there's the fabric of life and that you can cut out and carve out your own puzzle piece out of the fabric of life. Wow, he's really profound and deep. And he wants you to know that to enjoy the ride and to expand your experiences. And he's saying that anytime that you need his assistance, he'll be there. He's very dynamic. Oh, he's a huge dog lover. Good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He's very dynamic, very intense too.
That's beautiful, Jean. Mary, when I tuned in, I saw those doilies that you make homemade valentines out of. And I'm wondering if you made those with him when he was a kid, or if he made those and sent them to you. But it's a way of showing his love and his gratitude for for a fun childhood that he had. Valentine's Day, sending love to you and his family, and he wanted to say they did everything they could, like his parents and you. I'm not sure what all the circumstances are, but and he's saying, if you don't be hung up on my passing, I'm fine, I'm fine. And he's more worried about you guys being, oh, we should have done this or we should have done that or whatever. And so he's saying, lighten up, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. Joy is on the way. And just as Jean was saying, get as much joy and love and fun out of this world as you possibly can. And then Archangel Gabriel came in, speak your truth. And here's these little kids. So he's saying, feel free to talk to me. Even if you don't hear an answer, I hear you. And for his parents too, to just feel free to talk. That that Archangel Gabriel will help facilitate the communication, but he will hear you, and just feel free to talk to him as if he were in the next room. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ryan is just lovely. He's such a good communicator. I saw, when I asked him to come in, I saw him, and he's standing kind of leaning against like a pole or something, and he's kind of in a cool pose, and he's got a motorcycle behind him. It's clear to me he loved motorcycles, and that he liked, I would have sensed the freedom of riding them and things like that. I don't know if he rode them, but he's showing me that he liked that freedom. And one of the first things he said to me is, you, Mary, were most gracious to him. That even with all of the troubles he had, even with all of the things going on, he said he always felt like you were someone who had a heart that still loved him through everything. That you were gracious in his time of need. That you were able to somehow extend peace to him. I'm thinking, I feel like I'm not quite getting the right word here. You were able to extend something to him that helped shine a light. He couldn't see it over here, but over there, he can see how that some of the light you shone towards him helped him find his way, helped him in his great times of need. So he's very grateful to you for that. And he wants to just let you know that you did way more than you ever thought. So all the little kindnesses you did for him as a child and stuff, I bet those Valentines you made with him, all of that made a huge difference. And he's grateful for that. So that's what I got.
She said he was a very kind soul. Takes one to know one, Mary. How sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, let's see. We have quite a few questions here and not very much time. So let me look through these questions real quick. Okay. Oh, you know what, Red Dragon, if you're here, I'd like to take your question next. And
Red Dragon, please say hello.
yeah, let's see. And I would like to also take Play Love Remembers question.
TLR, if you're still here, please say hello.
And Ascending Universal Butterfly. Yeah. So I did not write those down. Joan, did you write those down?
Red Red Dragon, Play Love Remember or PLR,
Yep.
and Ascending Universal Butterfly.
Yeah.
PLR is still here, and Red Dragon is still here.
Okay.
Yay. Thanks for hanging out for the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for that, even though it sometimes takes us a while to get to your question. Okay, here we go. So, this is an interesting question. This is a challenging one. I would appreciate any guidance regarding a difficult conversation with a person regarding theft that I recently discovered.
Okay. Is this a conversation you've had or that you're planning to have?
Yeah,
That would be nice to know.
it seems to me regarding that they're going to have,
Okay.
because they want guidance on it.
Okay.
You know, just instinctively, I feel that honesty is the best policy. And even though you may know that they were the ones who did steal, it's always best to approach things in a diplomatic manner and state the fact that this was stolen and that you know who did it and that you were really hurt by that more than anything. Things are replaceable, but trust in friendships or trust in family can never be replaced. And that, you know, owning up to it would really help to remedy the relationship and not ever say anything about who it is, you know, because they know, you know, it's them and you know who it is, but you know, and just give them the opportunity to either own up to it, to give it back, or to apologize, or to make amends, or to, you know, sliver away and put the thing back, you know, mysteriously. But give them the opportunity to make a choice. And instead of, you know, turning it around and accusing, because you may know, but it doesn't, you what's the outcome that you want? Do you want to save the relationship? Do you want to have the item back? So, you know, approaching it in a manner that is not attacking or pointing the finger, and, you know, explaining to them that you were devastated when this thing was stolen and you were even more devastated when you found out who it was. And you don't ever have to say that you know that it's them. You know, they know it's them. It was someone who did work on my house. It's been
Mm,
heavy on my heart. So it's not really a relationship that you want. You want the item back. It's very intrusive to have something stolen from you. Very it's violating for sure. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, Red Dragon. How
Yeah.
about you, Joan?
Oh, what? Let's see. I saw the first thought for me too was to be as diplomatic as possible, but I also got the idea if there's a way to have someone else with you when you have this conversation, so that you feel safe. Because when I pulled cards, I got the tower. So if this involves someone whom you paid and did work on your house, and he or she just completely denies it, it might be the end. But this might also signify, depending on the item and the value and whether this was someone you hired professionally or like hired a contractor, or whether this is a friend who you paid something and to do it as a favor. It you know, you could go full bore and, you know, put a review in, or take it to the police depending on the severity of this. But I just get the feeling that in having the conversation, no matter how you want to approach it, I want you to be safe. And whether that means having somebody else with you or having somebody else on the phone while you have this conversation, or that it's recorded or something, I'd like you to protect yourself. And however you go into it, Decide how you're going to approach it, and then do everything you can to raise your own vibration and get in touch with this person's soul, his or her higher self, and do a little negotiating and have that conversation on that level first. And then see what and then have it in the real world. But first protect yourself, in the physical world, and you can decide if you want to take legal action or however you want to approach it. But protect yourself, and I hope that and I think that's a choice you can make, whether it's like, this person doesn't mean anything to me, I want this back, and I want to contact the police or whomever. That's a decision you need to make before starting it.
Right.
How about you, Terry?
Well, Red Dragon, I got that you should first prepare yourself, just as both Jean and Joan have said. And I think one of the excellent ways to do is the Ho'oponopono prayer, because it's something you can do. You can maybe do it for a few days, because it might be a little bit hard to do at first, but you are forgiving them, but you're also asking for forgiveness. You're kind of preparing the path. And then the next thing I got from them is that you should not be shy away from this conversation, because good boundaries make good relationships too. Or as they were saying to me, good fences make good neighbors. If this is very important to you, you should have the conversation and have it as calmly as you can. The other thing that they kept bringing up into my mind, and I didn't know if it's just me or them, but it won't go away, is also if they are licensed and bonded, maybe you should turn something in on that and get your money back for whatever potentially they've stolen. So, yeah, protect yourself. But if phone calls are better, it's easier, and yeah.
So
Think about
Red
that.
Dragon says, it was someone who did work on my house. I'm too trusting, but I expect a denial. And they said it will be a phone call. And he did a lot of work. I thought highly of him and even referred him. And I'm praying about it. There is no proof, but I feel the need for him to know. He will have to answer to his maker. Sorry, I didn't mean to giggle, but I want him to know that I know, or that I always will think about it. Well, don't let him have that type of power over you. Red Dragon, I'm so sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad it's going to be a phone call. And unfortunately, I think legally, when you submit things to the police for criminal, you have to catch them in the act. But you can put like something if they have a business with insurance. But when there's no proof, it's really hard, and they know that.
And Craig was
Mhm.
right that recording something can be illegal in some states.
Right.
So maybe that was a little bit.
But not in all states.
Yeah.
I think in Washington State you can record a conversation. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too. Okay, Reddit, I hope that helped you. And now.
Oh, and Better Business Bureau too might be something to leave a review there if he's a member.
Depending on how they react. I mean, if they just say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," maybe they picked up some, swept it all up, thinking they're sweeping up all their tools, and they grabbed one of your tools or something, and depending on how they acted. But okay. Joan, do you happen to remember who's next?
Oh, that was Red Dragon. Then PLR. Something, remember.
Got it. Play, love, remember, PLR. May I have a message from my dad, Ken, please? Thank you.
He seems warm, um, um, and caring. Wore his heart on his sleeve. I feel like he was very young at heart. He's showing me him as a younger adult, but he was very young at heart. I feel like he was active, and either that or he had some sort of a hobby that he did throughout his life. And he was sort of like a little kid, with this hobby throughout his life, whatever it was, he like loved it. So I'm not sure if that sounds like Ken, but this is what I'm bringing in. And he just wants you to know that he sends you his love, and that he's with the angels is what he's showing me. And I feel like he has some sort of authority or some sort of recognition, or held in a higher, not a higher, but in esteem on the other side. I'm not sure what he did here, if he rescued or if he was a doctor or did something like that had ultimate service for humanity, but he's very much esteemed on the other side. And I'm just going to stop there. Curious, play love. How about you, Joan?
I was seeing him as an active person too, who liked doing. First, I saw him kind of at the beach and taking you in the water and throwing you up in your little water wings or whatever and landing in the water or something like that. And then I saw him biking. So I don't know if he was like an avid biker or if that was a family thing you did together. When I drew cards, I got the Oriole, so creative ventures on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Maybe he was very creative and took whatever he did for a job or just in life, had kind of a creative take on things, did things maybe not the traditional way. And he's saying, this is the balance symbol, saying love will find a way. So I think this means, I think he's seeing you being concerned about something and pretty much telling you, don't worry about it. Just send love to it, do your best, and it's all going to work out. Love will find a way. What did you get, Terry?
Well, when I tuned into Ken's spirit, my stomach just completely turned acidy, just really acidy all of a sudden. And I've been feeling great. It just suddenly felt like heartburn, felt like all of this really um, kind of just struck me really fast that there was something acidy. And then he showed me a big cave, like he liked to go in a cave, or he was an adventurer of some sort. Um, I don't know. Maybe he saved people or looked for people or liked mining or something, but he's showing me this big cave that basically would tell me that he really enjoyed being on the earth, looking at things, getting in there. He was a kind of a creative guy. Okay, so Ken, is there anything else? Okay, so he's saying, don't let life sour you. Don't become sour on life. You can always choose something else. You can always choose something sweeter, something happier. You can choose the best. And I, daughter, wish you all the best, always choosing the best, because that's what a father wants for their child. They want them to have the best. Okay. When I was sleeping 2 nights ago, I was in a cave. Okay, well, I don't know, maybe you were meeting him in a dream in the cave, because he's showing me that cave.
Interesting. Tell us what he did for work.
I don't know. I
I
Play
love
Love
remember.
Remember. Yeah, we'd love to know what he did for work.
Yeah. I wonder if that reminds me of like what Plato's World of Ideas or something, that they're in that creative space together.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm just going to ask him anything else, Ken? Anything else you think about this? Take care of yourself. Yeah, I don't know why, but definitely the kind of heartburn's coming back, and he's saying, take care of yourself. Be careful about this. So, okay. He was
Ooh, creative.
creative. Cool. Okay, well that's what I got. Play, love, remember. So, did we choose one more?
Yes. Ascending Universal Butterfly.
She's not here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
she's not here. Okay, well it's actually a good thing because we are out of time. We've kind of gone over 10 minutes. But that's because everybody's been asking such interesting questions. So it takes us a little longer when they're really interesting. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for asking great questions. Um, Joan, can uh, where can we find you next?
I'm not going to be on for a while. So I will post what I know on my
Okay.
on my page.
Well, I'm going to real quick tell where I'm going to be. I'm not going to be on quite for a while either. I think I'm going to do one more psychic triad, and then I'm going to be out of town for a month. So, yeah. How about you,
Well,
Jean?
no pressure, Jean. I'll be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Whoa.
So please do come on over to Sun Psychic Jean. And if you are watching this on Sun Psychic Jean, please do go over to Wisdom Seeker Joan and Key Guru Spiritual Journeys and like, share, and subscribe because we are a team here. So please do share the love and come on back and we'll see you on Friday. I have a triple header on Friday. I have a new introduction. I have Kelly Nealon. She is a Reiki shaman energy healer and she is phenomenal. She has quite the story and so multidimensional. And I just want all of you to meet her so that you can see what different healing modalities are possible for all of us. She's quite unique and just an amazing individual. So I'll tell you more when you see me, when you see her on my show.
You are hardworking, Jean, and I'm so glad you're working so hard right now. So we kind of don't have to. But thank you, ladies, and thank you, everybody in the audience. It's been lots of fun, and we will see you again soon. Definitely check out Jean's channel. And Jean, you're also on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. Lots of different ways to interact with Jean. And I will be getting my TikTok going a little bit more too, especially when I'm in Japan and taking you on some trips with me. So see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.